Minecraft is boring, and this video will show you what I mean and how to fix it. Hello everybody and welcome to another video from me, Addis99. Today we have, well, a beast of a video. In this video we will talk about why do I think Minecraft is boring. We are going to get into some SMPs, why do you lose motivation to play, why you find stuff boring and why you don't want to play. Also we're gonna look at some flaws in servers, and hopefully by the end of the video I'll present a thing how to fix the issues presented. This video isn't supposed to tell you how to play the game or how to run your server. I am simply venting out issues that I have with the game and having a little fun trying to fix them. As always, there are timestamps, so you can skip to a part which interests you the most, and we will get it started with the video now. Let's start with terrain generation. The terrain generation since 1.18 has greatly improved, as when I load a modded world that's pre 1.18, I cringe at the terrain really hard, but it's still not great. The 1.18 update introduced, well, mostly mountains, which, while great, are a single biome, and the rest has been kept as is. Later, two more biomes were introduced, but those really don't suffice against the horde of outdated biomes. Well, I guess meadows have been introduced in 1.18, but in my mind, meadows are just plains but higher up. That's basically what they are. Another thing is trees. The trees have been here since I've started playing the game, since 1.8, since like beta I mean, and even before. The oak tree is the oldest thing in the Minecraft that like still exists, and it really shows. While being instantly recognizable as a Minecraft tree, like if I showed anyone this image, they would immediately say it's a Minecraft tree. It looks like a lollipop. Look at this. Look at this. Like with shaders, looks kinda alright. Without, no bueno. Same with birch and jungle and dark oak. So birch is like exact same, but birch. Jungle is exactly the same. Oh my god, why is it so small? I was going to say it's exactly the same but taller, but apparently not. Hold on, let's do that again. Yeah, there we go. So jungle is the same thing but bigger. Yeah, that is the 2x2 version, which I mean, it's kinda alright-ish. I don't like it. And the dark oak is just a blob. I don't know, man. How is this one even has a disability? Yeah, this doesn't look great, and the rest, I guess, is fine. Some azaleas are actually just terrible. Like this. What the heck? It doesn't even support like its leaves. I saw some leaves like falling off, like there was one here. Yeah, and yeah, I don't like this. Oh yeah, and then there's the mangrove, I guess. I mean the mangrove biome though, the funny thing is it was added in the wild update, if I'm not mistaken. The thing with, oh, that's far away, with mangrove swamp is you can't build in it. What is this? This is pathetic. So the problem with the mangrove swamps, I mean, the trees look pretty decent. I mean, I've never been to a mangrove forest IRL, but they look decent. The issue with this biome is you can't build in it, because the swamp is so saturated with trees. It's really, really hard to clean out space and build in it. My point, long story short, the biomes are bland and need love. A lot of love. This... What the heck? Yeah, this is what I mean. Let's look at the mountains. So, mountains. They've been absolutely atrocious pre 1.18. I mean, look at it. I mean, I could find probably a better example. You got the river here, which makes the height better. But, I mean, this is what we call a smaller hill. While they look better, they don't look great. That sounds a bit dumb, but the amount of snow everywhere just... That's not how mountains work. You know? If you ever looked at a picture of a mountain, they don't look like this. They have like a stone sticking out. I mean, if you count this, then I guess, but it's still not great. For another point, I'm gonna hop over onto the Allium server, where I got my builds and stuff like that. And the other point is the grind. The absolute grind. Whenever you want to do anything, you need to spend from 1 to however many hours you need to actually, in my example, build stuff. Like this thing needs so much concrete. It's insane. So much warped wood, so much mangrove wood. It's absolutely insane, and it's gonna take hours upon hours upon hours of grinding to build it. And it comes to a point where the grind actually takes longer than the actual fun part, than the actual build. So let's say I grind for 10 hours, then I can build for 3 hours. And then I have to grind again. Moving on from grinding, we got mining. Which is closely tied to grind, because it's an absolute chore to do. You are literally staring at a block and hoping something behind that block will change. That would be you find an ore, which is absolute garbage. I mean, you have the caves, okay. Basically, you look at these smidgets. Small, teeny, tiny little pixels, and yeah, there's 1 iron in this vein, so you have to go around. There's 2 more iron, and it takes absolutely forever. Now with iron, you have iron farms. There are the iron veins, which were introduced in 1.18. But they are rare. They are rare and they are underground, so you have to be lucky to come across them. And honestly, they are nothing much in my mind. You can mine the whole vein in about an hour and have some iron. But I don't like it. And also, there are no gold veins. No redstone veins, no lapis veins, nothing. Branch mining, as I said, staring at another block that actually, like... I mean, look at this. Okay, I have the best gear here. And I'm gonna get to... Oh, come on. I'm gonna get to that later, but look at this. I'm already bored. Are you entertained? I can't see. Are you entertained? I am absolutely not entertained. Now you can make a tunnel bore, which is great. Once you find the resources for it, that is. But then you have almost unlimited resources if you put the time in it, and I would argue it's more enjoyable than just regular branch mine, because things go boom. The economy bleeds into the server side things, which I am going to get to in a bit. The tunnel bore provides you with unlimited resources, and the Minecraft world has unlimited resources, which presents a big problem when your currency is the unlimited resource. So in our case it would be diamonds, and I have a couple. This isn't the biggest amount on the server, but it is a considerable amount. So with this amount of diamonds I could probably go and buy out the whole shopping district, which is not great. So while diamonds as a currency is a nice idea, and diamonds are rare and used in many things, they are an unlimited resource, which makes them worthless, basically, if you mine enough. Now, as I said, you can battle this with inflation, but the inflation would get so bad you would end up with buying bread for a stack of diamonds. Now, again, this is mainly for Allium staff. I'm not telling you what to do. You pay for the server, after all. You are free to do anything. Though I am going to express what I think could be done better, what could change, and possibly, maybe, how I would do things. Yeah, don't hate me, I'm just trying to see what people would like. So, you know what? To make the staff feel good about themselves, I'm gonna name the things that are good about the server. You know, so they don't absolutely ban the shit out of me later on. Genuinely, this server does a lot of things well, and a lot of things could be improved. So yeah, I think the staff deserves a pat on the back first, and then some critique. Once again, this is more pointed at Allium, because I like to play on it. But you can use this, like, advice, critique, whatever, in any other server, probably. Hopefully. I don't know. If you're new and would like to join Allium, the link is in the description. In case you don't play on Allium, again, link in the description. Here's how the server works. This is a vanilla, whitelist, almost non-PvP server with Hermitcraft-like feel to it. That's a mouthful. We got a centralized shopping district, and everyone has their own place, space to build, and yeah. On top of that, players can start and join towns, which I will later mention. Now you have the basic idea, hopefully, how the server looks like. Let's poke holes into it. Let's go. The good things first. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Let's start with towns. Towns are a really cool idea on paper, but require dedication to work. This here is an example when the town works. Kinda. This is Amethyst Kingdom, and for the last couple months it's been run by, well, 2 people. 2 active people mostly. Maybe 3. I don't know who exactly is here. But the basic idea of a town is you join it, you build with other mates, and you are more closer together, therefore have fun more. The best thing about servers is you can play with other people. And more people more closer together means more better. The problem with towns is the people usually lose interest or motivation to finish them, and then we kind of end up in lots of ghost towns, unfinished builds, and just sad to look at. I mean, Ba Sing Se would be a really great example, because there's like 3 houses and 1 unfinished wall and a drained ocean. It doesn't look great, and no one plays, even though it had the most people at the start of the season. This is a great idea, how to keep players together and create great things, like this. The spawn and the idea of a shopping district. It's a great idea, it keeps the economy centralized, and the spawn itself represents the server. So if you have a chaotic spawn, griefed, whatever, you might kind of get the idea about the server, whereas our spawn is very tidy, I would say. And yeah, lots of cool builds and shops and stuff and support for new players. I absolutely cannot forget the amount of plugins, data packs and custom recipes that Staff or Devoid himself put into the server and make them work together. I know that's not always easy. And yeah, it's great. Lots of custom recipes, lots of stuff, which is absolutely amazing. Another thing is the community. The community is filtered through a whitelist, which our staff keeps an eye on and filters out any bad people that would not be great. This keeps the community mostly friendly and chill, so we are just people that want to play and hang out. Okay, maybe a bit controversial thing, as I'm slowly reversing into my previous office. The world border, of all things. As I stated multiple times before, more people, more close together, more better. People have a tendency to go thousands upon thousands of blocks away from spawn, and then lose motivation and will to play because they have 0 people around them. And let's be honest, the most fun you're gonna have in Minecraft is with other people, not on single player. If you go like 10,000 blocks out, you might as well load up single player. You might even get a better ping. I think the world border is good, and I would even shrink it down. I think the world border before the expansion, like the 3K, was great. Now we're gonna talk about the stuff I don't like about the server. Again, I'm not telling you how to run the server. At the end of the day, you pay for it, so I have no say whatsoever. It's not a lot of things, but it's some stuff that really bothers me, I guess. I mean, it doesn't bother me. Well, I don't know. I think it should be talked about. We have been experiencing the great player drought, and I've been trying to, you know, suggest some things, but the server is, well, the staff wants to keep the server vanilla, which, I mean, in the first segment of the video we discussed, the vanilla is kind of boring. It's really bland. I mean, vanilla allows you to do almost everything. Later on I'm gonna show you a vanilla-like Minecraft that I've created. It doesn't give you as much freedom, but it keeps the game much more interesting in my mind. The staff doesn't want to hear about adding stuff like currency other than diamonds or stuff like that. Which, I mean, sure, but I mean, consider it maybe. I'm gonna get into the economy. Well, I actually already did. Long story short, you can get unlimited amount of diamonds, therefore buy unlimited amounts of goods from the shopping district. Therefore, the diamonds decrease in value and you buy bread for a stack of diamonds. The easy fix is make an item that cannot be acquired in the game by just playing survival. Giving a set amount, maybe being able to win more in events. So you basically have a currency that cannot be expanded on. That limits the flow of diamonds and every other resource in the game by demand. So you cannot flood the market by 8 billion diamonds. Another thing that I would like to mention is the almost non-PvP thing. I very much get what it's trying to do, minding your own business and suddenly being jumped and killed for no reason is kind of rude as fuck. Having to both agree on, like, letting us kill each other is kind of dumb. Like, imagine that in a real life situation, let's say someone steals your bag and you're like, "Oi, can I please kill you?" This is fucking so dumb. I mean, I don't know how to fix this, but it sounds kind of dumb. Yeah, that's all. Just the vanilla side that keep the server bland, and the economy is very much in shambles in my mind. When you start playing, either on a server or a single player world, you have a goal, usually. I'm gonna get the best gear, I'm gonna defeat the Ender Dragon, I'm gonna build a base, something like that. Let's say you take the I want to get the best gear goal, because the best gear is actually pretty beneficial. You can do all the grinding that I said is so boring faster. You get the best gear, you can get full netherite, fully enchanted from 4 to 6 hours, I think. It's pretty doable. Congratulations! Now you have best gear. Now everything you do lost its purpose. Because this is the sole purpose of Minecraft. Get best gear, defeat the Ender Dragon. Cool. What now? But Addis, I hear you say, you can do so much in this game, it's ridiculous. You can build bases, make lore, or whatever, be an absolute menace to villagers and stuff like that. But, okay, let's focus on the base. Yes, I can make a base. Sure. Why would I? I think that's a surprising question for most. It's like, well, because you need somewhere to live. Yeah, I don't have a base on this server. This is very much under construction. Yet, I'm pretty good. I've placed a couple of arches. I've got a bed over there. I've got storage over there. I've got storage over here. Storage over here. And it's enough. I even have a beacon. I do not need a base. When building a base, which is doing something that I absolutely do not need to do, because I have all of this, it becomes pointless. Yes, you can say, I mean, bases are pretty cool, but you don't need them. The game doesn't, like, give you anything. You build a base. Congratulations. The game is still the same. Nothing has changed. And same goes with farms. It's a little bit different. If you build a farm, congratulations, you have more resources. You can build more efficiently, maybe. If it's, for example, a bartering farm, which gives you blocks. Again, okay, you have resources. Why do you need these resources? To build? Okay, why do you need to build? What benefit does a base give to you? I wouldn't count this as a base, but yes, technically this is a base. But anything bigger? Why? This is the why question. Once you have everything essential to play the game, aka the gear, storage for items, and whatever you hoped to achieve, like killing the Ender Dragon, whatever. After that, you don't need anything. And sure, you can keep your motivation by, okay, it's cool to have a base, but that runs out quick, which is what happens. You lose motivation because there's no benefit from getting it done. And this is really hard to combat, so the game is fun for generally everybody if you can answer the why question. Why am I doing this? If you can answer it with, it's fun, good for you. But if you are not having fun and do not have any other reason why you are doing this, example, mining. Why am I mining? Because I want to get better gear. Okay, why do you need better gear? To be better at grinding other resources. For example, Ender Dragon stuff. But at this point, where you have the best gear and everything, why am I mining? The same question I asked like when I was in Iron Gear, for example. I cannot answer that. Because, okay, why am I mining? Gathering blocks for a base, but then why do I need a base? The idea of the server being non-PvP doesn't help either. Again, I get that people would get absolutely jumped and getting killed over and over is not fun, but some risk in games, and I'm gonna get to that very soon. We're moving on almost to the solving stuff part. In games where there's a risk, the games are more fun, generally. And that's why the hazard games, the gambling is addictive, because there's a risk, but a great reward if you succeed. Let's start with the terrain, shall we? I've been talking a lot of shit about trees. So, I've made a couple trees that I think would be really cool to have in Generation. Now, everything that I'm about to show you isn't vanilla at all. Well, depends on how you look at vanilla. It's all vanilla blocks, all vanilla mechanics. But it's handcrafted. If you consider this vanilla, good, bam. These are the trees. Now, I do not have every type of trees that are in Minecraft yet. I do have the spruce, which is this one, this one, this one, and those bushes. I have added a new type, which is pine wood, which is this, and that. And I have oak and willow. So yeah, those are the trees that I have so far. There will be more. I just do not have that much time because yeah, university. So these are the trees. What about the terrain? Well, let me show you. welcome to Rolling Mountains. This is a project I've been working on for 3 days, and this is something that I would happily replace the natural generation with in Minecraft. This has been done only with World Edit, but I can use other stuff like World Painter, Voxel, and other cool gadgets to craft a cool world for everyone to enjoy. Implementing this on a server, difficult. We would need to have someone to actually create it. And the problem arises with the future stuff. I would know where everything is, which is bad. So this would require a Game Master archetype, as I come to call it, which would basically make me not play survival, but focus on the world crafting, which honestly is what I like to do. I don't like survival much. I just play survival because, well, more people play it. Creative better, in my mind. I can do cool things like this. If this would be on Allium, okay? I'm not saying we should do this. Well, we should, but I'm not saying I'm not telling anyone to do it. But this is my idea. I've presented something similar to Irrelect earlier, like a month earlier, but the idea wasn't that fleshed out. So now that it's complete, I'd like to present this as an idea for Allium. Okay? As I said, I am crafting the world. So I can play survival, but I know where everything is. Therefore, I have a huge advantage above other players. So I would stay out of the usual gameplay and continue expanding on the world. What I mean by that is, let's say the Allium starts on a 3000 by 3000 world border with this terrain, and around it is a world border that is unpassable by everyone. No world border bypass because there's no terrain. This would be basically done on a super flat. Every time that I'm done with a new tile, let's call them tiles. So let's say 3000 by 3000 area is a tile. Every time I'm done with another tile, it opens to players. On every tile, custom terrain, not only mountains. This is just the thing that I've come up with across the 3 days I've been building this. I can do many more things. I can improve deserts, I can improve mangrove forests, I can improve dark oak forests, which I have really cool ideas for. Whatever, savannas, anything. And I can add custom biomes too, which is, in my mind, really cool, spices up the Minecraft experience. Because it's handcrafted, there are so many places to build a base. Like in the cinematic, there's a shack, or right over there in the swampy area, in the kind of a bog, peat, swamp. Some of the mountains have. This is inspired by our Czech mountains, Krkonoše, if you want to search those up. Yeah, we don't have the mountains at Czech Republic aren't really big. The biggest mountain we have is 1600 meters tall. So, but they are like this, slowly creeping up. Maybe gets a bit steeper, like at the top, but traversable and honestly beautiful. That is the little shack I built for the cinematic. So you like open a door to this world. But yeah, you can build a base here, you can build a base there. There can be a base pretty much everywhere. Like here on the hill, in the forest over here. A really cool place to build is this small valley. So like over there, little base. And you know, just opening a door to this kind of scenery. Just cool. And the whole thing, in my mind, you saw the cinematic. I walked around this map for like an hour, just looking around on cool places where to build. Like, you don't have to build just like shacks and houses. This place is fit for castles. Like over here in this area, I'm sure you could fit a castle. At the top over there, castle, a big one even. Gonna have something here in this small valley, and everywhere. You can build something everywhere. And because the trees are big, you can build under them. Sort of. Well, some trees are big, some trees aren't. Like, if I go, there's a pine forest biome ish. It's really small here. You can see the trees have foliage high up, so you could easily build a house here. And this is my point. Like, yes, 1.18 introduced more interesting terrain. There's still not a lot of places where I would go, wow, I want to build a base here. Whereas here, I want to build a base everywhere, to be honest. Now, this might be just because I built it and I'm proud of it, but so I'm biased. But I mean, don't tell me you wouldn't like to play on this. Tell me in the comments. Would you like to play on this, or wouldn't you like to play on this, and why? I'm interested. Let's have a discussion. So, because this is, I'm assuming mostly Allium players are gonna see this. I hope you are watching still. You didn't turn off the video, because this is the interesting part. First things first, this would need to be raised like 50 blocks up, because someone at Mojang thought it would be a great idea to limit the squid spawning and fish spawning to Y level 50. So basically the fish and squids spawn from Y level 50 to Y level 63. Which is stupid, but whatever. That would mean you still have 100 blocks from the top of the mountain to build. But yeah, it would decrease the stuff you could build. The bigger thing is mining. Now again, I said mining is boring. I took a lot of inspiration from games I've been playing recently, which has been Space Engineers, Star Citizen, Starfield, a lot of the spacey games that are popular at the moment. And Space Engineers has centralized ore deposits. So basically everything is stone, but there's one big patch of, let's say, iron. And you can mine that patch, the cluster or whatever. It's basically a big ball of iron. And you can mine that for 4 hours straight and you'll get just iron. No stone, no branch mining, nothing. You just mine the thing that's on the surface. It's a big deposit and it's actually fun. I actually enjoy mining in Space Engineers. I do not enjoy it in Minecraft because, as previously stated, the ore clusters are small, it's dumb, and I don't like it, okay? You might come across stuff like this. This is a gold vein. Now, doesn't look like much from the surface, but it looks like this. And this is a small one, okay? I have just yesterday I have this thing, I would take more time to create such things. So it would be bigger, have more ore in it and stuff like that. But you get the idea. This is expanding on the 1.18 veins. They are just much larger, much bigger, much better. So you could mine at that thing gold for ages. Before you mined all of this, I think this is like 2 inventories worth of gold. If you have fortune, it's even more. So let's talk more about the distribution and generation with the ores, since I'm in charge of that. Again, this is the point that I've been making. I cannot play because I know where these things are. So gold, redstone, and maybe lapis, I'm kind of torn on that, would spawn in the mountains only. So you would need to find a mountain in order to find gold, iron, etc, etc. What? Yeah, you get the point. Coal can be found everywhere, like everywhere, because it's a common resource needed for everything. So makes sense. It would be more common in my mind, at least. And I'm kind of playing with the idea to make lapis like that as well. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. But important thing is diamonds and emeralds. These are gems, and I guess amethyst. So we got the amethyst geodes, right? So I've taken that idea and made it into something like this. This is the emerald geode. They do come in geodes, I searched that up. Now diamonds don't, as far as I've seen. I'ma be real, I'ma put them in geodes anyway, it looks cool. So this is just a part of a geode. The geodes would be bigger, much bigger than the vanilla ones, and would contain anything from amethyst to diamond. Basically gems. Amethyst Kingdom could find an amethyst cave or amethyst mountain and be happy. Yeah, I think Amethyst Kingdom would have lots of fun with that. And again, that's another point. You can ask me to do something. You can't ask natural generation or the procedural generation to do something. You can ask me to do something. So, example, I know Amethyst Kingdom really likes amethysts, and the general idea of having the geodes exposed, stuff like that, I can make a mountain that has amethyst geodes like this from the other side. Of course, this is just balls. Yeah, but from the other side. And the Amethyst Kingdom can have a whole monopoly on amethyst. Now, okay, that would be awesome, but mountains do have a couple of drawbacks. They aren't as bad as one might think, but this is the deal. So you might have noticed there are a couple of different soils. So there's the forest soil over there, and there's the like plain thing, forest-ish. Yes. And you might see here there's a lot of grass. The grass block mixed in with moss. This soil is perfect for farming, for wheat, bread, whatever. I just named the two of same thing. Carrots, potatoes, yeah, whatever. Now this isn't as bad. Hold on, let me go a bit further. Okay, over here, there's like 2 grass blocks over there, 1 grass block here. Basically, the concentration of grass as the block is much lower. It's like 20% now. and it could go even lower. The rest is moss, concrete, lime, terracotta, whatever, the stuff that looks like grass but isn't grass. So while you could farm here, it would require much more effort to get a sizable farmland going. So that means the mountains aren't exactly suitable for farmland. This is kind of a dynamic, I think, that would promote trade and centralized settlements around the world. So you could have a mining settlement in the mountains. Under the mountains, in the more better soil, there can be a settlement that provides the upper settlement with bread. I would improve every structure in Minecraft, get it working, and put it in this. So outposts, village outposts, improved. Villages, improved. Ocean temple, improved. Everything improved. And put here. I think that would be cool. And I've done this before, I know how to balance things, don't worry. And if you are worried, we can talk about it. If you are considering like this thing. Okay? I'm talking more to staff now. If you are a player of Allium and would like to see this in Allium, leave a comment. If you see any problems, issues arising with this sort of thing, also leave a comment, and we can have a little discussion. With the custom structures, they would be less common, but bigger, better, everything better. If we look at Allium Dinmap, and I'm gonna call it Dinmap Devoid, you can see there's a lot of villages. And that's what I have the main issue with. The villages are just so common nowadays. I remember when I started playing Minecraft, finding a village was like a rare occasion. Here I have an example that I farted up yesterday also of a Minecraft dungeon. If you recall, the Minecraft dungeon is a cube with a spawner in it, which isn't really dungeony. So this is my take at a dungeon. Now, if you don't understand what this is, these are basically modules that can be put together as a custom dungeon. So we have a straight, we have a crossroad, we have a T junction, and we have a turn. Now this would expand. This is just what I had time for yesterday. Now, and we have a main room sort of thing. So this would be something that you would be able to find in the world. And you might notice this is a quartz spawner. For vanilla, this is insane. But, as I said, the spawners are going to be like the resources. They're going to be centralized. There's not going to be a spawner for every 100 blocks. There's going to be this big dungeon for maybe like 1,000 blocks. So for 1,000 blocks, you're not going to find any spawners. But once you find this, you're going to have a lot of spawners. This is a vanilla dungeon. If later on we decide we want to expand on this concept, I'd say, I have a couple of other dungeons that I used to do, well, that I built for Fiverr like a year ago. So that's that, and that's that. That's a mansion. That's like an underground, overgrown thing. Now this would be covered up in some like exterior, but you know, so that would be like a thing that would break above ground, so you could get into it, and you would enter the dungeon through here, and then you could navigate the maze. So you might notice the foliage actually has iron blocks in them, and the trees themselves have iron. So this could function, one, as a mob farm, and second, as a resource of iron. You know, example. Besides the dungeons, villages would get improved, would be less common, and I would go as far as say villages should be like 1 village per 5,000 blocks or per tile, whatever. Because villages are so OP, and you can still get villages by curing them. So, not a big deal, right? And then there would be lots of random structures like this, like that, like that. Basically, everything that you see here could be a structure, even that. And I would really love to use that. Put like a giant maze in it and make a big treasure room at the bottom. Also, like, yeah, these big structures would be really rare. But I mean, imagine coming across this in the desert. That's insane. Even the Irelect's castle could get some light. I think that's also a cool build. We got the dungeons and structures out of the way. Now let's talk game mechanics, because I have some stuff planned. First things first, no end, get out of here, don't like that dimension, ruins everything, no matter what you say. Shulker boxes, fucking get them out of here. Elytra, get it out of here. And what is the chorus? I can make a chorus biome, no problem. Now you would still be able to get the Elytra, shulker boxes, all of the stuff that you would get in the end, but they would be much more rare and much more valuable. Right now, over at AlliumSMP, I do have like 6 Elytras, and there are millions of shulker boxes and in the server. Like, I've looked at Basingse's shulker box supply. That shit is ridiculous. Basingse basically has like a double chest of stacks of shulker shells. That is insane. And while you might argue it helps with the inventory management, I'm actually kinda not really up for more inventory space. You got 36 slots where you can fit 64 items. That is more than you get in most games. So that's so much inventory space. You can fit tons upon tons of stuff. And I get that for building larger builds, you need, well, you don't need, but it's beneficial to have something you can just pop in your inventory and carry it around. But it is a really lazy way of dealing with things. Because I want to have the trade stuff in this world. If you had all of the things you do now, it would be just a shit fest, a shit show. Let's say you are up in the mountain mining whatever, diamonds, let's say, because they are gonna be the most sought after resource. You need to get, I don't know, food, whatever. Nowadays you would just get on your Elytra, fly down, fly up with rockets, done. So what I want to do is I want to encourage players to come out with different ideas of transporting goods. Because, as I said, shulker boxes are so lazy. It is so efficient and it is so easy to do. Carrying tons of stone up a mountain shouldn't be really easy, you know? And it adds a challenge that you need to overcome, which is what I like in Space Engineers. Again, if you want to transfer vast amounts of resources, you need a big ship. Now in Minecraft you cannot build a spaceship. And I get that, but there are two main transport things you can use. There are boats and there are minecarts. Minecarts are gonna be better in my mind, because with the buff from Allium, you actually have to build the infrastructure to get the settlement going if you want to import certain resources, which is good. Like, if you think that having to come up with like a conveyor or something is bad, like, I'm sorry, but bruh, you know, it's once you have everything, you lose motivation. Now, if you want to settle up on the mountains, you're gonna need food, you're gonna need blocks, potentially, and you need a way to get them up. So, oh, and horses, I forgot. And llamas. So animals also are a viable way of transport. So you can either make an aqueduct that would carry the boats up the mountain. You can make a railway that would, you know, make the train go up and deliver the goods that way. Or you could ride on animals. You know, have a mule and a couple of llamas. In case you don't know, llamas can hold lots and lots of items. I think if you breed them, you can have maximum of 15 slots in each llama, and they follow each other around. So you need only one leashed and the others will follow it. Why am I trying to make hauling goods more difficult? There is, again, a need of risk. I still am for the centralized shopping district, and you need to get the goods to the shopping district, right? Which you need infrastructure for. Good. Where's the risk? Well, you see, I would like to introduce piracy to the game. So, some players could try to steal your cargo or haul or whatever. Let's say you're delivering gold to the shopping district. You can get ambushed and your things or your gold stolen. Again, a lot of people are gonna be upset at first, but this adds the risk and the need for innovation. So, if you want to sell your goods, either the people need to come to you, which you need to make the roads and means of travel safe, so they don't get ambushed right after they exit your town, or you need to come up with a way to actually deliver the goods safely. It opens professions to the players, and that's again another thing that this would promote. You can do whatever you want. People that like PvP would do professions as security, escorts, or the piracy, you know, so they have fun while doing that, while people that aren't interested in PvP would, you know, hire those people, pay them some little fee, so they have a living themselves, and make them deliver their goods or escort them, whatever, and they would mine or farm or build whatever safely without any PvP. I do not know how to enforce the PvP rules, really. I think it would have to stay with the gentleman's rules, like 200 blocks around the town is a safe space, you can't kill people there, or something like that. Now, killing without any, like, reason is still bad. So yeah, I really don't know. Like, it would have to be a gentleman's rule, really, and a roleplay thing. But yeah, basically like something like safe zones. Let me know in the comments again if you made it this far in the video. I don't know, it's gonna be like an hour-long video of me explaining this shit. Oh no. So you could have different occupations. We could even have like explorers that would be allowed to venture forth the new tile, venture out to the new tile sooner and bring valuable information to their towns or whatever, you know. So PvP would be centralized around piracy and dealing with outlaws and stuff like that, while outlaws would have their fun, security would be paid, and everything would be good, hopefully. So, this is the end of the video. If you find this stuff interesting, let me know down in the comments what you would improve, or what would you like to see, you know, because I like to do this sort of stuff. This is my game, in fact, very much. If you see any problems, issues that could arise with this sort of play mechanic or whatever this is, this style of doing things, also let me know. I'd like to discuss anything, because I am just one brain. I can't think of everything, let's be honest. Allium admins, or Devoid yourself. I don't know if JLo is technically owner too. I think he is, but he has a admin tag, whatever. Let me know what you think, and I hope you like the idea. I mean, vanilla is fine, but damn, is this better? And maybe even start talking about how we could incorporate it again. Now I know I'm pushing it, but I don't want to tell you how to run your server. You are paying for it after all. Okay, I want that to be known. I am very much aware of the situation, you know. But come on, this is cool. You gotta admit. You gotta admit this is cool, and it would be cool to play on that. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing if you are new, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.